And it would appear we'll have a pinch hitter here to start things out in the bottom of the inning.
Leading off for the Padres, the shortstop.
Hit down the third base line. And a good effort on the dive that time, but this will get by him for a base hit. Throw into second, but it won't be in time, and it's a leadoff double.
The fans didn't even get a chance to settle in their seats for the beginning of the inning, and he just blistered that ball down the line on the first pitch he saw. It stayed fair, and he's safely on second with the leadoff double. That's the way you lead off an inning.
The center fielder, number 16, Travis Jankowski.
Now a bunt attempt here.
Good here.
Oh, and he has some trouble with it.
Hey, this has the makings of being a pretty big inning, D-Roll. Leadoff double, now a base hit, and all of a sudden we're looking at first and third.
Yeah, sometimes you wake up, you just get smacked in the mouth right here. He's going to have to start executing pitches. He cannot leave a ball over the heart of the plate right here. He's going to have damage on his hands.
Jankowski makes a break for second. Oh, and he's not squaring as the pitch is a ball. And no throw, in fact, as he'll just hang on to it. Swing and a drive to right. There it goes. And this ball is gone. No chance to make a play on that one.
The batter, number 5, shortstop, Alan.
In now, Alan Chamberlain. A bouncer to the left side. Segura fields it cleanly. On to second for the force out, and the side is retired. So a very good outburst here as 5 runs come across and allow them to take the lead. We're through 5 here at the ballpark. Padres. Gregory Pepper will come out now and make his first.
Hey, one of the key home in front of their home crowd.
So we're going to see a pinch hitter here with the bases empty and 1 gone in the inning.
Now batting, left fielder, Alan Chamberlain.
Smoke toward third. Brenham comes up with it. And there are 2 away now. Corey Yoder is into the ball game now as he'll take over out in left field. Well, the lineup was clicking for him in this contest, and the man you see there was a major contributor. For that, he's the top player of the game.
Yeah, he wound up with 3/4 of the cycle. Couldn't get the toughest one of them all, a triple, but it was still an outstanding showing with the bat.
For the Padres, 7 runs on 14 hits. No errors.
So we're going to see a pinch hitter here with the bases empty and one gone in the inning.
The batter, number 5, shortstop, Alan Chamberlain.
A swing and a shot hit down the corner, and it's a foul ball. 4 runs, 9 hits. No errors in the ballgame for the Padres. Line drive to center field. And he will run this one down. A good read off the bat for the second out.
The batter, designated hitter, Donnell Mitchell.
On the ground to short. Is he going to get out of this? He is. They get the force at second base, and the inning is over. But the tying run comes across to score here as this one looks like it'll go to the wire. 9th inning coming up, and we are tied 4-4.
The batter, number
Into the
5,
box now, Alan Chamberlain.
Alan Chamberlain.
As he'll go after the first pitch and line one into right field for a base hit.
No mistake what he was sitting on, looking for a dead red piece of cheese middle of the plate, and he didn't miss it.
First baseman, number 2.
Runners on the move for second. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Big A moves over, and that retires the side. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. Bottom part of the order, 7, 8, and 9 due up in the bottom of inning number 9. The Padres lead it 6-4.
Hey, it's hard to win games at any point, but to win games on the road, especially in this ballpark, so they are very happy with this win.
6-4, the outcome today. The Padres came through when it mattered in the... So we're going to see a pinch hitter here with the bases empty and 1 gone in the inning.
Now batting, center fielder, Alan Chamberlain.
Yes.
In there, 0-1.
No balls. 1 strike.
Doolittle pauses. 0-1 pitch on its way. Line toward the gap in left center. And this is going to find some real estate out there as he comes through off the bench with extra bases. And there's your tying run at second base with a 1-out double. Finally, a little something for them to get excited about.
Yeah, a rally can begin with the singles. But there he is at second base. A shot to the outfield scores him. Then who knows what kind of roll they could get on. Got to take it one good at-bat at a time.
Henniger is there, 2 down.
First baseman, number 4, Will Myers.
And that misses, ball 4, so it's first and second now with 2 out.
Now batting, second baseman, Jahmari Blash.
And the cutter got him swinging. Strike 3, and the side is retired. Fine work there by the Angel bullpen. We'll look ahead to inning number 8 now. The Halos lead this one 2-1. Corey Yoder is into the ballgame now as he assumes duties in center field.
Now playing center field, number 8, Corey.
Yeah, and the home crowd is loving it as they jumped out in front in the bottom of the 8th, and they did what they had to do in the 9th to seal the deal.
A 1-run game this afternoon, 3-2 the final finish. The Friars came through late, taking the lead in the 8th to secure the victory. Luis Saucedo is credited with the win, so that'll just about do it for us this afternoon. And we're going to have a pinch hitter to start things out here in the top half of the inning.
Leading out for the Padres, left fielder, Alan.
Now a ball
Chamberlain.
lined toward the alley in left center. And the pinch hitter is retired here, 1 away.
Well, he hit that ball pretty well.
Alex Murillo is into the ballgame now as he'll take over out in left field.
Now playing left field, number 12.
Anytime you can win a game, let alone on the road, you have to feel really good about yourself. It's not easy going into that other team's ballpark and coming out with a win, but they did just that.
5-0 the final score today. The Padres jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Carlos Carrasco earns the victory on the mound. So we're going to see a pinch hitter here with the bases empty and 1 gone in the inning.
The batter, number 5, shortstop, Alan Chamberlain.
Takes this the other way to right, and that'll take care of the pinch hitter here for out number 2.
Boy, sometimes they say you hit it hard and good things will happen. Well, that's not the case right there. That was a bullet that just stayed up and is caught in the outfield.
Luis Perdomo is out from the bullpen here as he'll be making his 5th appearance this spring training.
Luis Perdomo.
You might think it's just another win, but it's awfully hard to win in this game, especially on the road. But they find a way to get it done.
And we're going to have a pinch hitter to start things out here in the top half of the inning.
Leading off for San Diego, the designated hitter, Alan Chamberlain.
This is line to left. And he will run this one down, moving to his right, and that's the first out of the inning.
I know they say sometimes that these things even out, but that was a bullet line drive that gets caught. He would have represented the go-ahead run.
Jabari Blash will try to get his club.
Hey, it's hard to win games at any point, but to win games on the road, especially in this ballpark, so they are very happy with this win.
5-3, the final score in this afternoon's game. The Friars crossed the plate 3 times in the 8th, helping propel them to the win. Richie Startup takes home the win. So that'll just about do it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and And it would appear we'll have a pinch hitter here to start things out in the bottom of the inning.
Leading off for the Padres, the shortstop, Alan Chamberlain.
Hard liner, but picked up on a hop.
And that's out number 1. Solomon Franco makes his way toward the mound.
Anytime you can win a game, let alone on the road, you have to feel really good about yourself. It's not easy going into that other team's ballpark and coming out.
So with runners at the corners here and 2 gone, it looks like they'll make a move to the bench, and we'll have a pinch hitter coming on now.
Now batting, shortstop, Alan Chamberlain.
Oh, and he leaves the fastball up there. Mistaken location. He is going to pay for it dearly as that ball is sent over the wall. A home run.
Up next,
Stepping in now, Alan Chamberlain.
Yeah, that last at-bat, Daddy, he turned that fastball around. He didn't hit it a ton. He didn't hit it a country mile. But, hey, listen, a home run is a home run.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Oh, and he gets a hold of this one as it's in the air to deep left. Does he have another one? He does. It's another home run. Ball's jumping in this one. That's the fourth.
Now batting, second baseman, Joey.
Hit out towards second. Reined in. Throw on to second for the force, and the ball game is over.
You might think it's just another win, but it's awfully hard to win in this game, especially on the road. But they find a way to get it done, and they should be very happy with this performance.
6-2, the final total today. The San Diego Padres jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. So a move for a pinch hitter as he'll come on to hit with runners at first and second and still only one out.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Alan.
Now a ball
Chamberlain.
crushed high in the air, deep to left, way back there, and that one is long gone. So a 3-run blast to straightaway left as they try to claw back. It's a 5-run deficit.
And you can see why they love this guy. He's a...
The batter, number 5, designated hitter, Alan Chamberlain.
Into the box, Alan Chamberlain as he lines it out to center. And that's in for a base hit, his second in as many trips to the plate.
Dan, right here you see a situation where the no doubles defense comes back to bite you. As a pitcher, were you even aware when guys are playing a foot off the track?
I'll be honest with you, D-Row. You're so concerned about on the mound trying to get that white ball to that dark brown or black glove that I never really ever turned around to even notice where they were playing. I was...
On to first, and he rolls a double play ball to end it here as this ball game is over.
Look, it's easy. You don't have to look any further than the 5th inning to see where this game was decided. They put together a big rally and did everything down the stretch to secure this win.
12-7, the final score in this ball game. Chicago took the lead in the 4th and held on until the end. Tyler Skaggs is the winning pitcher of record. So that's it for us this afternoon. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, log on to theshownation.com.
Time of the ball game, 4 hours and 9.
And it would appear we'll have a pinch hitter here to start things out in the bottom of the inning. Manuel Cortez is going to come on as a defensive replacement now as he takes over at first base. Ray Fuentes is also into the ball game as he'll assume duties in left field.
Leading off for the Padres, Left fielder, Alan
Line toward the
Chamberlain.
alley in left
This
center.
change defensively for the Diamondbacks.
And that's going to be a base hit, so it's a pinch hit single here to kick off the home half of the seventh. And he'll pull into second here with nobody out.
He just tattoos this ball right here. Tried to sneak a fastball in on him? No way. Drives it to deep left center field gap, and that was a nice job to get the barrel around in time to score that baby up.
The right fielder, number 7, Manuel Margot.
Heading out toward shallow right. Germano has a read on it. Makes the play, one away.
Now batting, third baseman, Carlos
Hit to
Aswani.
first. Cortez is right there, and he'll take this one to the bag for the out, but meanwhile the runner will move up 90 feet to third base.
Up next for the Padres, catcher, Blair Jimenez.
Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and a man left. Eighth inning coming up. Arizona's on top. Jabari Blash is into the ball game now. As he'll
Well, that wasn't exactly a nail-biter, but it's always nice when you can get an offensive explosion like that and save your closer for another day. A comfortable victory.
13-1 is the final lopsided score. So we'll have a pinch hitter coming up here with a runner at first and nobody out. Manny Francisco
Takes the mound now, and it appears he's being brought in to face the right-handed batter who waits next.
Yeah, you usually don't hear the term righty specialist very often, but that's kind of how they're using him here, Matt. Most hitters have a harder time against pitchers of the same handedness, so we'll see if this move pans out.
That one is out of here. This game is tied. A two-run blast to straightaway right field, and the Padres have come back to tie this one at 2 apiece.
Well, the skipper called on him for a reason, and I can guarantee you one thing. That was not what he had in mind. First pitch, and it was out of here. That's a rough way to start your day.
Jabari Blash is into the ball game now.
Well, that's just a great job of battling on the road. They fought all the way to the end, took the lead in the top of the ninth, and secured the W in the bottom half. That's a great team win.
A one-run finish, 4-3, the final tally today. The Padres came through when it mattered in the ninth on the way to the win. Luis Saucedo gets the W on the mound. So that'll just about do it for us this afternoon. Thanks to Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac and the rest of our crew. And with 2 on and 2 away, it looks like we'll see a pinch hitter in this spot.
The batter, number 5, shortstop, Alan Chamberlain.
Make the turn, pick up the ball. Come on,
Line
come on,
drive,
come on,
and that's
come
a
on, come on.
base hit into center field. And the run's going to come in to score from second as they grab a 2-0 lead
great
now.
Job right there. You squared up on that sucker.
Yeah, Dan, he's got to feel pretty good about that. Not only did he have a great AB, first pitch hacking, but he smoked that ball to mix in a ribby knock.
Boy, he did. He must have had a pretty good plan of attack walking into that batter's box. And he had an idea of the pitch that he was going to get. And boy, he sure turned it loose and buggy whipped that one.
Jankowski.
Popped up. Silva has a play, and that's the 3rd out. Padres able to pick up 1 on a couple of hits. Gregory Pepper will come on to make his 9th appearance already here this spring.
34, Gregory Pepper.
Well, as a former pitcher, you know I love these low-scoring games as opposed to those slugfests. This was like a throwback.
And we're going to have a pinch hitter to start things out here in the top half of the inning.
Leading off for San Diego, third baseman, Alan Chamberlain.
Back up the middle and in for a base hit. With that, the inning opens with the Padres getting their leadoff man on base.
You can't ask for anything more than getting a leadoff man on right there. Brings the go-ahead run to the plate. He's in position to do some damage. It'll be interesting to see how the manager plays this one.
Now batting, second baseman, Carlos Asuaje.
And that'll bring in Carlos Asuaje. And a pitch out, nothing doing though, and that's ball 1. And there he goes towards second. Hard hit toward the hole. And that's through for a hit.
Wow, that's surprising right there. Hit and run tactic used to perfection. Ball's hit to the outfield. The batter does his job. I don't know how that runner's standing on second still. You tip your hat to the outfield to get it in super quick, but he's got to take the chance to get to third.
Now both runners on the move. Pulls this one in the air out to left. Herrera is there, and he makes the catch for the out. Throw back to second, and that's a double play.
Oh, man, that's a total brain cramp out there on the bases. He might have thought it was going to get down, but you've got to be sure. Instead, they double him off, and that...
Leading out for the Padres, third baseman, Alan
Standing in now,
Chamberlain.
Alan Chamberlain. Now a ball hit in the air to straightaway left. This is carrying well. Out of here. A solo shot here to left, and the Padres get a bit closer. It's now 4.
Man, that's what you would call an efficient outing. One pitch, and he gets the save. He doesn't get paid by the pitch, so he just figured he'd end it quickly and hit the showers. Good call.
4-2, the final score today. Chicago rode an important sixth-inning to victory in this one. Tyler South earns the victory on the mound. So that'll just about... And it would appear we'll have a pinch hitter here to start things out in the bottom of the inning. Marco Hernandez is into the ball game as a defensive replacement. He'll be the new shortstop here.
Number 40, Marco Hernandez. Leading off for the Padres.
Now a ball line softly down the right field line, but foul. The windup and the 0-1. Hit high and deep out to left field. And it's gone.
Oh, man, he got hurt. His second pitch since coming in, and he serves one up. A reliever's worst nightmare and a big confidence boost.
Ryan Betts will come on and pitch for the 7th time here this spring.
Ryan Betts.
Every game has its offensive stars, and in this one, he arguably shined the brightest. He's our top player of the game.
Well, the numbers don't just jump out at you, but his lone hit was a really important one. And sometimes you just need to come through when it matters most to be the hero, and he did just that.
And it would appear we'll have a pinch hitter here to start things out in the bottom of the inning. Roberto Tejeda is into the ballgame now as he assumes duties in center field.
Number 17, Roberto Tejeda.
Hot shot to third and handled for the first out. Jabari Blash is into the game as a defensive... So we witnessed a close one here, but this man was a big factor in the outcome, so we're inclined to pencil him in as the top player of the game.
Well, the numbers don't just jump out at you, but his lone hit was a really important one. And sometimes you just need to come through when it matters most to be the hero, and he did just that.
And it would appear we'll see a pinch hitter here as he'll try to get something started with the bases empty and 2 away.
The batter, number 5, shortstop, Alan Chamberlain.
Hard hit ball to second, and this will be just what the manager ordered as he's off the bench with extra bases. He hit the corner and tries for third. The relay throw, but he is in there with a triple.
Of course they feel good about the triple, but I know how managers thinking. He's in the dugout wishing that triple would have come when some guys were on base. They've left a lot of guys out there in this one. We'll see if his teammate can bring him home.
Now batting, shortstop, Will Myers.
Hit hard back up the middle, and that's through into center field, base hit. The runner from third comes across to score as they try and chip away at the deficit.
Dan, you were 1 pitch away from getting out of this. 2 outs, 2 strikes on the batter, and he's able to throw out a ribby knock.
Dero, it's hard to get more frustrated than that as a pitcher. You're 1 pitch away from getting out of a lot of traffic on the bases, getting into the inning, and next thing you know, you give up a 2-out, 2-strike base hit.
Luis Saucedo will come on to make his 9th appearance already here this spring.
It's always nice to give your fans at home something to cheer about, and they definitely did that right here, coming through with a big win at home.
11-4 at the end of this affair. The Giants led this game from the 3rd inning on and never wavered. Walt Katimer pitches well. So we'll have a pinch hitter coming up here with a runner at first and nobody out.
The batter, number 5, designated hitter, Alan Chamberlain.
In there at the knees, strike 1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Drives it out to deep right center field. Hutton giving chase, but he's not going to get this one. It's into the gap. Margot ignores his coach. He's chugging for home. And he's safe at the plate as they extend their lead to 2.
That was a laser.
Dan, that's a huge insurance run right there. Has to feel good as a hitter right there to not only get a ribby knock, but to give your team a little bit of breathing room.
It does, and it makes your pitcher go out there with a little bit more free and easy frame of mind instead of going in a 1-run game where every pitch is so important. You're 1 pitch away from a solo tying the game up. That's not the case now.
Tomas.
Shoots this one over to first. Step on the bag for 1. But he's safe at third as he's able to scramble back.
Now batting, the first baseman, Tim Klein.
The runner's breaking for home. This one's flared off to the right side. And that will fall as he comes through off the bench. It's a base hit.
I'm shocked he got to that pitch right there. In today's game of loading up, leg kicks, toe taps, dropping the hands, trying to create launch angle, that high heater usually gets by.
Corey Yoder will look to provide a little punch off the bench as he'll hit with runners at the corners and 1 out in the inning. Throw over to the bag, back in standing. Now the runner breaks for the plate. Oh, and confusion as he just looks at a strike. Thought better of it, but now he's tagged out trying to get back to third. And a breaking ball stays outside. Klein.
Play ball.
Into the box now, Alan Chamberlain. Line drive to left. Romack is going to get there as he backs up to put it away, and there are 2 gone now.
Well, he hit that ball pretty well, but the only problem was that he pulled off it just a bit. The location was a little on the outer half, so he would have hit it even better if he would have stayed through the middle of the field with it.
6-4, the outcome today. The Kansas City Royals posted 4 runs in the 8th on the way to victory. Brian Flynn takes home the win. So that just about does it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, entering. And with 2 on and 2 away, it looks like we'll see a pinch hitter in this spot.
The batter, number 5, shortstop.
In left center. And he delivers in the pinch as this will plate 1 and possibly 2. And the runner is in from second. Now the relay home. The tag is there, and he's out trying to score from first as players forced to settle for just the 1.
Now pitching for
Richie
the Padres,
Startup is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7.
Well, as a former pitcher, you know I love these low-scoring games as opposed to those slugfests. This was like a throwback game when home runs weren't so common and pitching was really dominant. No complaints here.
Tonight's ball game comes to a close, 3-1 the final. San Diego rode an important 6th inning to victory. So it would appear we'll have a pinch hitter coming on now with a runner at first and 1 gone.
Up next for the Padres, the shortstop, Alan Chamberlain.
Drilled to the right side, and that gets through for a 1-out base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
You know, as a former infielder, Danny, they always say you can't be in 2 places at once, but you got to be a little frustrated right here that ball found the hole.
Yeah, that's a tough thing. You make a quality pitch, and a guy shoots one through the right side, normally a vacated spot right there. 9 out of 10 times. Couple of guys on.
A swing, and he pops him up on the infield, and the infield fly rule will be in effect here.
The batter, number 9, shortstop, Jonathan VR.
Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. Padres. Luis Perdomo is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7.
Wow, that's a rarity. A 1-0 game in baseball these days. Both of these pitchers pitched awfully well. It's a shame.
So a move for a pinch hitter as he'll come on to hit with runners at first and second and still only 1 out.
Center fielder, number 5, Alan Chamberlain.
Back up the middle. A diving try, but he can't haul it in. It's through for a base hit. Long throw to third. Throw won't get him.
You know, D-Row, in today's game, it's not easy scoring in the late innings, so that RBI base hit to tie things up, that comes at a really good time.
Yeah, I say it's not easy. They got 11 guys in the bullpen, and I don't think a guy throws under 97 miles an hour with sink and cut. That is unbelievable he's able to get that knock in that big spot.
The batter, number 7, shortstop, Manuel Margot.
Back up the... Oh, no, that got him. Unable to recover. He's safe at first, and now the attention turns back to the guy on the mound.
Dan, you'll take RBIs any way you can get them, but when they give your team the lead in the late innings, man, that feels good.
Oh, it especially does, especially when you start to score runs late in the game off of quality pitching. When runs are at a premium, that's when makes you feel really good about yourself.
Jabari Blash.
Oh, and he gets a fastball up in the zone, and he hammers it out to deep left field. And this baby is gone. A home run.
What a piece of clutch hitting. This team is holding on to a slim lead, and he blows this thing wide open with a 3-run blast. That could be the...
Up next for the Padres, center fielder,
In now, Alan Chamberlain. High in the air out to center field. Ailes is under it. And that ends the inning. So they go down without a whimper here. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. It's the...
Leading on the bottom of the 9th for the Diamondbacks, catcher, number 32.
And he turns this one around high and deep to center field. Chamberlain racing back. Oh, no. Looked like he had it, but it goes right by him.
Yeah, looked like an easy play from where I'm sitting, but I think he took it for granted and basically whiffs on the darn thing, allowing the runner to move to second on a 2-base error. Man, that's what you would call an efficient outing. One pitch, and he gets the save. He doesn't get paid by the pitch, so he just figured he'd end it quickly and hit the showers. Good call.
8-5 today. The Friars jumped ahead in the 7th inning and never gave the lead back. So we're going to see a pinch hitter here with the bases empty and 1 gone in the inning.
Now batting, shortstop, Alan Chamberlain.
Liner toward right center. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
Hey, just a nice piece of hitting right there. He's able to keep his hands inside that ball, stay square as long as possible, and feed it into the opposite field for a base hit.
Center fielder number 16, Travis Jankowski.
Now a bunt attempt here. Only played at first, so the sacrifice works that time. And he's safe.
He tried the surprise attack there with a bunt with a runner on base. Hey, he gets thrown out, but it works just as good as a sacrifice.
The batter, number 9, shortstop, Jonathan VR.
And he struck him out, his 8th punch out of the ballgame, and that one ends the inning. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 man left aboard. Last half of the 5th coming up. It's the Dodgers 7 and the Friars 2. Solomon Franco is ready, and he'll take the ball from...
And if you're looking for when this game was decided, that's pretty easy. It was the big 4th inning. That was the big turning point, and they made it stand up the rest of the way.
8-2 is how this... So we're going to see a pinch hitter here with the bases empty and 1 gone in the inning.
The batter, number 5, shortstop, Alan
Lined
Chamberlain.
hard toward right center. And there goes the combined no-hitter. Around second now and headed for third. The relay, and he'll get in there safely.
So there goes the no-hit bid as they finally get their first knock of the game.
Better late than never, huh? It was a memorable first hit, too. I thought maybe he was going to be content to stop at second, but no way. He barrels into third with a triple. Maybe that wakes up the dugout, too.
Travis Jankowski.
Swing and a miss, and they'll dodge a major bullet that time. 2 away.
Well, their chances of pushing across a run took a pretty good hit after that strikeout. It's so much tougher to score a guy from third with 2.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. 1 left for San Diego, and this is still a nothing. Luis Perdomo is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7.
Number 61, Luis Perdomo.
Well, everyone was treated to a really well-played ball game in this one, and the guy you see there turned in a particularly notable performance, so he's our top player of the game in this one.
Yeah.
And we're going to have a pinch hitter to start things out here in the top half of the inning.
Leading off for San Diego, shortstop, Alan
Swing,
Chamberlain.
line drive. That's going to be trouble. Legs churning. He's headed for second. Arms pumping. He's hustling for third. The relay throw, and he is out at third. And that's a big mistake there leading off the inning.
Just a really poor decision to push it for 3 that time, guys. He represented the go-ahead run, and he has to know.
Now batting, center fielder, Alex Dickerson.
Hit to short. Oh, and he can't come up with it. And now, this ball's going to wind up out of play. And a big mistake there.
Well, a part of me wants to applaud him for staying with it and making the throw, but after he bobbled it, he should have just eaten the ball and lived to fight another day. As it is, he gets tagged with an error, and a man is on base.
Now batting, shortstop, Chris Taylor.
Hit on the ground out to short. There's one. Back to first. It's a double play right when he needed it, and this ball game is over. Pitching and defense game 2-1, the final score this afternoon. The San Diego Padres, Luis Saucedo gets the W on the mound. So that'll just about do it for us this afternoon. Thanks to Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac and the rest of our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. To find out more, head over to theshownation.com.
The final line score for this afternoon's ball game for the victorious San Diego Padres.
So we're going to see a pinch hitter here with the bases empty and one gone in the inning.
The batter, number 5, designated hitter.
Hit hard on the ground to short. On to first, and there were 2 down. Stepping in now, Alan Chamberlain.
And he'll quickly send a line drive to center field.
Lays out, and he makes a spectacular catch. What a way to end this one.
Hey, how about that play to end this thing? That's what you call the icing on the cake, cherry on top of the sundae. Exclamation point. I love it.
And this ball game ends at a 9-4 final score. The Indians used a nice 5th inning to take the lead, and they never gave it back. William Batista earns the victory on the mound. So that's it for us this afternoon. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, log on to theshownation.com.
The final line score for this afternoon's ball game for the victorious Cleveland Indians: 9 runs, 14 hits,
And it would appear we'll have a pinch hitter here to start things out in the bottom of the inning. Tyrone Pollard has come into the ballgame now as he takes over as the new third baseman.
Third base, number 36, Tyrone Pollard.
Now a swing as he shoots this down the right field line. And this is going to find some real estate out there as he comes through off the bench with extra bases. And he'll get in at second base as the tying run's aboard with a leadoff double. Finally, a little something for them to get excited about.
Yeah, a rally can begin with the single swing of the bat, and this might be their chance right here. They've struggled to produce a lot of runs, but there he is at second base. A shot to the outfield scores him. Then who knows what kind of roll they could get on. Got to take it one good at-bat at a time.
And this is swung on and missed, and boy, they took care of a key man there. One away.
Really impressive pitching right there. Sometimes as a pitcher, you can get...
And now the runner's trying for third. Pitch taken for ball four. The throw. He's in there easily as the throw bounces on the way down.
Now batting, right fielder, Jabari Blash.
Chopped weakly to the left. Fielded cleanly. And the throw to first will take care of him, but it comes at a cost as the tying run is in to score.
I like that he didn't try to do too much there. All he needed was a ground ball to tie.
Now batting, right fielder, Cheslor Cuthbert.
On down the line. Oh, and this is past him down the line. A fair ball. Now a long throw to third. And he is in there at third as the possible go-ahead score. Ryan Schimpf will move into the on-deck circle now to try to get something started here with one gone in the inning.
Schimpf.
Hey, it's hard to win games at any point, but to win games on the road, especially in this ballpark.
So we're going to see a pinch hitter here with the bases empty and one gone in the inning.
The batter, number 5, shortstop, Alan Chamberlain.
There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. See you later. Over the wall, a home run. A solo shot here to left, and it gives the Padres a 2-1 lead.
Well, they were smart not to challenge him with a fastball, but it didn't matter. He's their big dog for a reason, so he waited, stayed back, and absolutely exploded through the zone on that one.
The catcher, number 40, Lance Hayes.
Is on the ground over to first. A dive, and he knocks it down. On the recovery throw is in time to get the out at first. What a heads-up play. Into the box, Alan Chamberlain.
And in that last at-bat, it makes you think this guy might have went up there looking for the breaking ball, because he certainly got a breaking ball, and he didn't miss it. Hit it right on the screws.
This is hit high in the air out toward left center. James moves over, looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
Now batting, left fielder, Russell Chu.
Grounded to short. On to first, and now the Reds are down to their final out here.
Wow, you don't see a closer finish better than that very often. Only needed 4 pitches to slam the door in their face and salt this game away for his guys.
A one-run game this afternoon, 3-2 the final finish. The San Diego Padres jumped ahead in the 7th inning and never gave the lead back. Rick Rojas is the winning pitcher of record. So that just about does it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way on over to theshownation.com.
The final line score for this afternoon's ball game for the victorious San Diego Padres.
So we're going to see a pinch hitter here with the bases empty and one gone in the inning.
The batter, number 5, shortstop, Alan Chamberlain.
This is line to left. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now.
Well, he hit that ball pretty well, but the only problem was that he pulled off it just a bit. The location was a little on the outer half, so he would have hit it even better if he would have stayed through the middle of the field with it.
Every game has its offensive stars, and in this one, he arguably shined the brightest. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, he certainly was a big part of this victory. Picked up 4 RBIs in the game, so it's safe to say that he came through when they needed him to.
A close one, 9-8 at the end of the game in this one. The Padres came through when it mattered in the 9th on the way to the win. Richie Startup takes home the win. So that'll just about do it for us this afternoon. Thanks to Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac and the rest of our So a move for a pinch hitter as he'll come on to hit with runners at first and second and still only one out.
The batter, number 5, shortstop, Alan Chamberlain.
Line to the right side, but a foul ball. Asuaje on second. Jimenez is over at first with one away. Hangs on him a bit that time as it's belted out toward deep center field. And this one is gone. A home run.
Oh, man, he got hurt. His second pitch since coming in, and he serves one up. A reliever's worst nightmare. And a big
Dan Jennings is out from the bullpen.
And a nice job here to come in and slam the door. That's his first save of the season, but it certainly won't be his last.
5-3, the final score in this afternoon's game. The San Diego Padres jumped ahead in the 7th inning and never gave the lead back. And as we welcome you to this one, we find ourselves in quite the situation. The bases are loaded here with 2 gone in the inning. Stepping into the box, Alan Chamberlain is getting his first plate appearance of the game here in the 6th. Trying to hold the lead, here's the delivery. Into center field, line drive base hit. 1 run scores. And the second run will score as the lead will change hands now at 4-3.
Oh, Dero, talk about adding insult to injury right there. And the pitcher gets a 2 RBI base hit.
Yeah, and if he throws a gem, Dan, without question, he's getting his name in the box. He's all over the box score in this one. Ribbies, innings pitched, strikeouts, all of the above.
This is hit the other way out toward left field. Maeda is there and he puts it away to stop the bleeding. 9 men come to the plate, 4 score. We're through 6 full. Padres lead it 4-3. Dan Jennings is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7.
Number 43, Dan Jennings.
Hey, it took them an extra frame to do it, but hey, they're not going to complain as they lock up a nice road victory here in 10 innings.
10-4, the final in this game. The Diamondbacks put a 10 spot on the scoreboard in this one. And we'll welcome you into our ball game as we find ourselves with the bases empty and nobody out in the inning. Into the box, Alan Chamberlain. First at-bat of the game for him here in the 5th as he was a late entrant into this one. Line towards center field. Pollock is right there, 1 down.
Well, we've mentioned the conditions aren't ideal with the rain coming down, and that can make every play a little bit of an adventure. You really have to concentrate, and he did there to haul it down.
Solomon Franco is out from the bullpen now as he'll make his first appearance here on the season.
Solomon.
Well, they had to put in a couple of extra innings of work, but hey, listen, a win is a win, and any win is good, especially on the road.
And tonight's comes to an end, 6-3 the final. Stephen Brault claims the win out of the pen, his first. Erasmo Ramirez records the save, his first of the year.
On 14 hits.
So that's a wrap. A fine Sunday afternoon for baseball at Petco Park. Today we wrap up this 4-game weekend series between the... Carlos Carrasco is the man on the mound for the 4th game of the series. What do we need to know here, Danny?
This guy had a real solid season last year. ERA under 3 on the year, which is pretty good in this day and age of high scoring and a lot of home runs. Let's see if he can duplicate that year and make this one just as good. It'll be interesting to see how he pitches in this one today.
Man, I thought this at-bat was over. Down 0-2. He's able to work himself back into a hitter's count, 2-2, and he's able to find the knockout there.
And that'll bring in Tommy Joseph. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away.
Tommy Joseph.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Ball swung on and grounded out towards second. Schimpf scoops it up. He'll whip this one to first in time, and that ends the inning. 1 left for the Diamondbacks, and now the Friars will get their first chance, no score. Digging in, Alan Chamberlain. First cuts for him here with the bases open and 2 away.
Chamberlain.
Takes this the other way to right. Ailes is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. We'll move on to the second now at Petco Park with no score. Now batting, Alan Chamberlain comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame.
Number 5.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Hit hard up the middle. Marte gloves it, and he will whip this one over to first in time for the out. Digging in once again, Brandon Drury. Perhaps he can drive another one out of the park just like he did back in the second. Round to short. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. Diamondbacks down in order, but they hold a 5-0 lead. Settling in now, Alan Chamberlain. He got on top of one and was a ground-out victim last time.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
And a fair ball as this will head out toward the 322 sign in right. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
When you're struggling as a team to put the ball in play, every base hit is welcome, but a double will really help wake everyone up. That's just their 3rd hit of the game, but it's a good one.
Now the 0-2 pitch. Got him! And he goes down on strikes for the 3rd time.
He's really racked up the strikeouts in this one, and this guy's been victimized 3 times already today. He and this lineup are clearly having a really tough time picking him up.
And that'll bring up the power-hitting middle infielder Ryan Schimpf. He's popped out and struck out in his first 2 plate appearances. Lifted the other way down the left field line. Hobson shading to his right, 2 down. So striding forward now, Alex Murillo. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. The 0-1. High pop-up. Owings waits on it. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Padres leave 1. They can't chip into that 5-0 deficit. Striding in, Ketel Marte. It was an RBI sac fly for him last time through. The 1-1 home. Back up the middle. Chamberlain scoops it up. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. On a couple of hits. Stepping in, Alan Chamberlain. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. First pitch coming. Here it is. Hard liner to center field. Pollock is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first.
Well, we've mentioned the conditions aren't ideal. Well, this game had its moments, but it got out of hand pretty quick. Always nice when you could coast to a 6-run win. Save your closer for another day and let everyone in on the action.
8-2 is how this one ends today. The D-backs slugged their way to victory with 15 hits. Braden Shipley gets the win on the mound, his first of the year, as he finished just 1 out shy of 9 complete innings. So that'll just about do it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to